They don't do it for the spotlight. They do it for the early mornings, the late nights, the comeback stories. They build more than bodies. They build confidence, discipline, leaders. This is a story about the people behind the programs, the unsung heroes behind the scenes, the strength coaches, the gym owners, the ones who show up every rep, every set, every day. At TeamBuildr, we're proud to power what they do. But this isn't about us. It's about them. Welcome to Built Different, a docuseries highlighting the people who build strength in every sense of the word. This is their story.
Okay, we only have 3 sets of A, 3 sets of B, 3 sets of C. Pretty straightforward stuff. Speed. Good. Go. All right, finish up, fellas. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, day 1, week 3. We have our 15 seconds of single leg hip thrust holds, okay, on each leg. Then broad jumps. I want 3 jumps, reset every time. Compete like last week, right? No guy jumps on this one alone. Then I want a bear plank roll to crab bridge reach, okay? Again, just go through that motion, big stretches, 5 on each side. 3 rounds through today, fellas. That's all I want. Are we clear on that? Yes, sir. All right, let's get to it. Let's go. Rapids on 2 on 2. Rapids, let's go.
My name is Matrixx Ferriera. I'm the Director of Strength Conditioning and Owner-Operator at Iron Performance Center, located in St. Catharines, Ontario. Our primary driving force of, I think, what makes our facility so amazing is not just the equipment. It's not just a state-of-the-art space. That's all bells and whistles and the tangible stuff that anyone can replicate. What we're so proud of are these people, right? The people that come from our community, from different walks of life, from different points of view, from different experiences, able to come together in a shared space to collaboratively work together to achieve their own individual objectives, right? So that parallel of work ethic is congruent across the board, but everyone's kind of chasing their own ambition, but we can do so collectively, seeing people interact from different walks of life, supporting one another, training together, spotting one another, like, a simple high five or a fist bump, or just kind of seeing how their day was. Like, that's what makes it great. It's like a shared suffering that we can celebrate, that regardless of what your end goal is, we can all walk that path in our own right together to create a better environment, but also a better training culture that everyone can realize their best self.
Good, good, good. Hey, last one? Yeah. Thank God, eh?
How was school today, Cam?
It was okay. I had a test.
On what?
Biology.
How'd it go?
Actually good.
Nice. Last one of the season. Let's end on a high note.
Wonderful. Look at you go. You go, man. Oh boy, you got more?
We have to be chameleons because everyone has a different feedback system. Everyone has a different learning style. Some are more visual, auditory, some are more hands-on. Some people take criticism point blank, some need a more nurturing aspect. So how we uphold that standard, it has to be flexible to kind of meet them where they're at.
Stands on the outside of the racks, you guys use these ones. All right, again, a little bit of distance, equal stretch, back, shin, parallel, full range challenge. Only 3, nobody's missing.
End up being like a steering wheel. So here, dip tall, jump. That's it. See what I mean? Yeah, you look better with the heavier weight, actually. I think you're right. It create a little urgency, right? If I don't drive under this thing, it's not gonna happen. So you should probably have the same total system weight, but probably more on the bar, eh?
More, it should be like 70s on the bar.
Only because then those like non-hook reps are like so easy, so out wide. So I don't even really snatched yet, but I want like index finger on the outside ring. So super wide, big chest, and then from the waist down, it's just an RDL, but.
First block of strength and conditioning is around 7. So I'll get here at 6:30. Lay the program cards out, get some of those things set up, and then we'll have our first block of athletes from 7 till 10 come in. Our coaches will work with them. They'll get their workouts or sessions done, and that'll usually wrap up around 10, 10:30. And then typically that break during the day, middle of the day, our staff will have meetings. We'll do some of our programming. We'll have our professional development. We'll work on our podcast, some of our content. Depending on the meetings we have, like 11 till 1, try to get our own workout in to stay sane. And again, we try to, lead from the front, do the stuff in the trenches that a lot of our athletes are doing. We all have our own personal goals as well, but we try to make sure that we have that kind of skin in the game. And then our afternoon strength conditioning block starts around 3, so usually after school, and that'll run till about 7 o'clock at night. And then typically during the season, we'll have teams scattered out anywhere from 4 o'clock till 8 o'clock at night. So one of those busier days, we'll get here at 6 in the morning, and then we'll finish up around 8 o'clock at night before heading home and getting some R&R.
Oh, Vito with the comeback. How'd you give up that lead? How'd you give that lead?
Let's go, you gotta fight now. Push, 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 push. That's it. All the way in. Good.
So obviously every athlete and client with their objectives and their goals, there's going to be a lot of bumps along the way, and it's never easy, it's never perfect, and it's always some of those hardships are going to be what happens if they don't achieve what they want to achieve and the timeline they set out to achieve, right? So those are having some hard conversations. I want to be wary of saying it's not realistic or not realistic, but I think being transparent and clear of what some of the typical histories have looked like in that regard, and understand that it's never just going to be an outcome-driven thing. It might start that way, but it doesn't disregard the process and the work needed to actually excel and be their best at what their current state of life is. So we're very, very grateful, and we have the privilege of working with many amazing elite athletes, and from the high school, college, and pro level, and we want to celebrate those milestones, right? So every jersey on the wall is a milestone of a man or woman that's achieved something significant in regard to their own sport or walk of life. Every brick you see on the wall is a young man or woman that has signed an offer to play at the post-secondary level, or maybe the pro level, in their own regard. And we want to celebrate those milestones and celebrate those wins, and whether or not they go any further or whether they excel or it's a stepping stone, we still want to be able to celebrate them and acknowledge the work they put in and see that come to fruition. Again, I don't have a degree in business. I learned a lot of the back-end stuff on the go, and it was through a lot of reading, conversations. I had a great support system where I can ask questions, take feedback, apply it. It was never about being perfect. I was making a ton of mistakes, but that's a lot of the things that maybe people don't see and don't hear about. It's really like the quote-unquote business side of things, where I didn't know about leases, I didn't know about operational expenses, I didn't know, payroll and taxes and all these things. Those are things I had to learn as I went and refine a system and a structure, so we were able to replicate and scale over the years so we can better serve our people. So I think that's what people don't. And again, that's the burden that entrepreneurs have to bear, right? And I think that it just empowers, if we have good entrepreneurs that have a system and a scale and a framework, it enables us to serve our people at a higher level. But those are some of the hardships, is having those conversations with, myself, taking feedback as an owner-operator from staff, from people, and say, okay, what do I need to get better? What does that look like? Get the feedback and surveys and questionnaires, all that kind of stuff, to see what we can be doing to improve. Having those staff meetings, some harder conversations, like here's what we need to do to be better. Here's some resources that we can use to continue to evolve, and then let's apply. Let's put these things into action, and we'll make less mistakes as we go. It's never being perfect, right? It's about being less wrong over time.
Day in, day out working. You guys gotten progressively better too. We've gotten progressively better since day one, right? Let's get excited about the opportunity to go out there and compete, right? Let's not be afraid of anyone. We shouldn't be afraid of anyone. We've worked harder than everyone. We've just outworked them. Take a strong man, you get him tired, he ain't so strong. Take a fast man, get him tired, he ain't so fast. Take a skilled player, get him tired, he ain't so skilled. Rely on the fact that you guys don't have to be better than their genetic potential. You just have to outlast them. That's all you got to do. And you've outworked them. You've earned that right to say you've outworked them. Be excited to step across the court from 6 other guys looking to bury you and see what you are made of.
We don't do a ton of reflecting on all the success and all that kind of stuff, but it is fun to look back and say, okay, everything that started from just a concept, I would feel a need for this area, how it's just rippled out to having some amazing staff that now have careers and opportunities, to now people and amazing athletes that now have a home where they can train and elevate their performance, and folks that can be their best self, and how to see it's just made how many lives we've had an impact on that have now gone on to do amazing things, and just kind of see that ripple effect out has been one of the more rewarding experiences You know, just kind of think back over the last 7 years. And then that just drives us to move forward. Like, how can we continue to evolve? How can we continue to live up to being Niagara's best, you know, fitness and performance facility? You know, whether it be adding new equipment, whether it be adding new staff, whether it be bringing in new interns, whether it be expanding on our services, expanding on our resources, and then who knows, like the next level of what it look like. But that's what kind of keeps us going and driving in the right direction. I'm very excited to see what our people do and what they accomplish, and then how we move forward together as a whole. I'm very excited for that.